Hi, today I wanted to talk through how I'm caring for my Stephania erectus. I've had this for maybe 2 months now, so not super long, but I can at least speak to how you should start out, or at least what's working for me so far. I looked around the internet and haven't found a whole lot, especially video wise, so hopefully this is helpful. So I think first things first, when I received this, I thought that this was the bottom of the plant. I mean, these look like roots. You can kind of see this whitish notch. The green part didn't exist yet, so it was tricky. That green part is the new growth, but I was about to plant this upside down, thinking that was the root system. On the back, or on the bottom, is actually just sort of a smooth potato sort of looking surface from this caudex. So yeah, I've read about people planting these upside down and then having to change that, and the plants seem to be saved, but it could definitely set it back, I would think, if you plant it upside down. So thanks to that friend who alerted me of that. As far as soil goes, I tried to go for a super well-draining mix. I took cactus soil, 50% cactus soil, and then roughly the other half was a mix of pumice and peat. And it's super well draining. I'll water it later and show you that. So as far as the pot goes, you see a lot of them online in super shallow pots. I think I could have pulled that off possibly, but I didn't have a pot that fit this. It came a lot larger than I thought it would. And so I have it in this deeper pot, which is probably more forgiving, and hopefully that will be, easier the first time I grow this. Yeah, as far as light goes, I have this at a winter growing table right now. From what I've read, you should not have this baking, in maybe like under a grow light for 16 hours or something. I think I have mine get some natural light in the afternoon, but very diffuse. It's kind of back away from the window. And then it gets some light from the grow light, I think 8 hours a day right now, and it's not even set directly under that light. The growth has been pretty slow so far, but it has been there, and from what I've read, these are pretty slow growers. They have periods where they grow very slowly as well. And I'll just mention before I forget to, the friend that I bought these with, I think he replanted his, or he dropped it or something, and he saw that there were no roots yet. So you can have growth and then, possibly no roots under it. So just to kind of let you know and not be alarmed necessarily by that. I don't know when they'll sprout. I haven't taken mine out to check. I just don't want to disturb it. But yeah, I think there may not be roots here even. So I'm watering this one twice a week. As you'll be able to see later, the water will run right out of it pretty easily. As far as temperature, I've just read that this should be kind of not too hot, but then if it's too cold, then it can be then growth can really slow as well. So I'm just keeping mine at kind of a house temperature. I think so that's roughly 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say under the lights it probably gets to high 70s maybe, but not above 80. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not fertilizing these really. I guess sometimes I have a fish tank and I'll use that fish tank water to water some of my other plants, and it gets water from that too. Oh, another thing I've seen is people growing these under bell jars. I have not tried that, but it does seem like when I spray it with a spray bottle, I have some other plants that I'll mist. I missed this too, and it seems to like that. Again, this is just 2 months of experience talking, so I don't know what change that makes over time, but it does seem like humidity does help if you look at the different results that you see online. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to share. I'll just water this now to show you how quickly this runs through the soil, just to give you a sense of how well draining this is. So I'm pouring this in, kind of covering it, and it should run out pretty quickly. Like, it doesn't retain a whole lot at all. Watch as it doesn't even come out. Okay, I guess this is maybe a little dry, but I think you'll see it pretty quickly. So yeah, it's starting to come out already. And you can see here too, it's kind of running right through there. Oh, also the depth of the soil. What I've read is that you should bury this caudex like 20% below the surface. So it's kind of just sitting on top. So not a whole lot. But yeah, it's been a really, I'm not going to let it sit in this tray, actually, let's take it out. But yeah, it's been interesting to watch so far, definitely different. You know, like I said, I almost buried it upside down. But I'm hoping to get some really cool, you know, circular leaves and yeah, just some of that kind of cool look from this, this plant soon. All right, so good luck with yours. Thanks.